Good afternoon all. It is afternoon, it's 14:33, 2:33 p.m. and it's Tuesday the 28th of July. Currently 36 degrees centigrade and damn hot, but I've been putting off a job that needs to be done. Because of this canicule or heat wave and the extreme temperatures, we've had an extraordinarily amount of fallen fruit. And so I thought I'd pick it up. The trees have taken a hit, quite a substantial hit to be honest, and I don't envisage a good crop this year. Not that we make use of it anyway, but which is going to change. So what can I tell you? Mother-in-law's still here. Oh yeah, I made her lunch today. I asked her, when do you want to eat? And she said, I don't know. And I went, well, you must know when, because I need to crack on with stuff. She says, I don't know. I said, are you hungry? Yes. I said, well, you want to eat now then, don't you? Oh, we. Honestly. So, I know. And then she went, after lunch, she said, do you mind if I have a drink of coffee? And I said, look, if you want a drink, you help yourself to a drink. You're not a child. You're old enough to know better, in my pidgin French. And then she proceeded to say, yes, I may be old enough, but as you get older, you turn into that little child because your confidence is not as good as it was before when you were an adult. But she's an adult anyway, so and I know this happens because as you get older you do get more insecure about your decisions and abilities and stuff like that, and I'm fully aware of that. But having to say that when she knows full well she is a guest and she can help herself to anything, bar my yoghurt, then she should know better. But I can understand nevertheless, because we all get there. I mean, I'm 60, I'm fully aware that it's going to happen to me because I watched it happen with my mother. Not so much my father, because he died prematurely. But he was as gun-ho as the rest of them. Leading up to his death, he didn't give a toss. And I don't blame him, because that's how I want to be. Yeah, like, got a problem? Deal with it. In the nicest possible way, of course. Right, so the farmer is preparing for his farmers' festival. It's going to be mad. It's happening next month. We have our official invites and our car passes. So we are going to venture. They've even got helicopter rides, believe it or not. But should be, we'll pop there in the daytime, not so much at the night time, because you know what young farmers are like. Trust me, I know. I know a few farmers, and yes, less said about that the better. So they're preparing the grounds for the festival. It's going to be massive. Oh. I tell you what, one thing about this heat wave is that it stops the grass growing, which you don't have to cut the grass because there's none of it left. It's all brown and dyed and whatever, but you do spot the weeds pop up, so you still have to go over with a mower. The weeds are quite resilient, and the brambles, so you have to stay on top of them as well. What else can I tell you? Well, because of this heat wave, these heat waves since May, beginning of May, my beer consumption has gone through the roof. Because you want a cool one, don't you? After a hard day's work, you just want a cool one, or two, or three. So, my weight loss regime is up the Khyber Pass. In fact, it's gone the opposite way. My belly is expanding. I've got to sort that out. So, as soon as the summer's done, I can get out cycling again, not sweat my cobs off, and get on my broccoli diet, which I enjoy. It's not that I don't sweat my arse off and work and stuff like that, it's just what I do afterwards, which is have a few beers. The missus keeps on shaking my belly. I don't like it. So, in order to stop that happening, I've got to lose my belly. I've never had a belly, not really. Well, ever since I met her, I've never had a belly. I've always looked after myself. But for some reason, the canicule, the food, French food, and the French beer, because a French beer is 3 times as stronger as English beer. It's about the same price, but it's way stronger, and it knocks the socks off. And you don't get pints over here. The largest drink you can get is 50 centilitres, which is roughly a pint. I think it's just over, actually. I'll have to check that. And a pint of IPA over here is €5.50. €5.50. So it's on par with the UK. In fact, it might be even cheaper than the UK if you convert it euros to pounds. But in my opinion, the beer is better. Apart from they don't do a good bitter. Such as Ubu. Ubu's fantastic. It's years since I've had an Ubu. Whether they're still going or not. Ubu, if you watch, sponsor me. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, carry on with this, and then mow a bit of the lawn where the weeds are, do some trimming, etc. So, I'll catch you later. Right, that's all the apples done. Bag there and a bag and a half here. After walking around the orchard, I can tell you that the heat wave has knocked out, I would say, 2/3 of the trees. I mean, this one has got some on it. This one's got some on it. They're a lot smaller than this time last year. None on this one. Oh, one. A few on this one, not many. Not many. Hardly any on this one. Hardly any off on that one. None on this one. Oh, 2. Oh, not many. Very tiny. 0 on that one. 0 on that one. Zero on that one. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Hardly any on that one. Yeah, decimated. Oh, and there's a couple of tiny ones on that one. And I can't see any on that one either. So that's 2/3, if not 3/4 of the trees in this orchard have no apples on them. I've let this one go here because it's been decimated by brambles. I've got to revive it. I know how to, so I'm going to, once the cooler weather's here, I'm going to attack around it because we've got brambles everywhere around here. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty poor. Hardly any. But I mean, the ground is crisp. Crisp. And the veggie patches. Destroyed. 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 So if that's doing, if the heat wave is doing this to our garden, what's it doing to the rest of the world? It's mad. It's so hot. So I'm going to knock it on the head for this one. Tomorrow I'm in the renovation project. I have the tools to do the job. I'm going to finish the plumbing. And then that's another box ticked. Fit some smoke detectors, fire alarms. No need for carbon monoxide for the simple reason there is no log burning stove or fire or anything like that in the place. So it's just smoke detectors. One upstairs, one downstairs. And what else? Oh, I've got a couple of fascias and a drawer to do. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that as well, because it's going to be 38, 39 degrees centigrade tomorrow. And at least I'm in the balmy 28, 29 degrees kitchen. So it's not going to be too bad, is it? So anyway, going to go, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Take it easy. Take care. Bye-bye.